All right, welcome in everyone. Today we've got a really interesting
Yeah,
mix of stuff to go over.
there's still a lot of variety.
Yeah, we're looking at some business and tech news, but we're going to start off with a little bit of sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've got articles mostly from Web3 Wire and some other tech sites.
All right.
And yeah, so there should be a little something for everybody here. So let's just dive right in.
Dove good.
So, have you ever seen a photograph so powerful
hmm
that it just like captures like the raw energy of nature?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that winning shot from the World Sports Photography Awards?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
So this is a photo of Gabriel Medina,
Oh,
the
wow.
Brazilian surfer.
Okay.
And it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's this amazing shot of him frozen in time on this massive wave.
You know what's really interesting about that is that it beat out photos from some of the more like mainstream sports.
Yeah.
Like you would think it'd be like, some big crazy play from the Super Bowl or,
For sure.
World Cup or something like that.
Exactly.
But no, it was this surfing photo that really seemed to capture the judge's attention.
It really speaks to the power of like capturing that perfect moment.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of ties into what we're going to talk about next, which is about data
Okay.
in the business world.
Right.
So in the business world, capturing the right moment can really come down to having the right data.
Yeah.
And that's where this company called Yipxing comes in.
Yep. Shing. I haven't heard of them.
So they are helping Australian businesses
Okay.
make better decisions using data analysis.
So they're like giving them the tools to kind of like decode all that information they have
Yeah,
and use it to their advantage.
exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're like a key player in this whole data-driven business landscape.
It makes sense. Data's everything these days.
It really is.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of making big moves in the business world,
Okay.
there's this company that has done something pretty interesting with their brand. So you remember Bounteous?
Oh, yeah, vaguely. Remind me.
They're a digital transformation company.
Okay.
They merged with Acolyte a while back,
Ah.
became Bounteous X Acolyte,
Right.
and now just a year later, they've rebranded.
Back to just Bounteous.
Back to Bounteous.
Wow, what a roller
Well,
coaster.
no, right?
I wonder what prompted that.
That's a really good question.
Like, what were the conversations behind the scenes that led to this?
Yeah, you have to wonder if maybe they realized that the Bounteous name just carried more weight in the industry.
Yeah, maybe. Or they just, felt like Bounteous X Acolyte was a mouthful.
Could be.
You never know.
Yeah, but it's definitely a bold move.
Absolutely.
And it shows that they're willing to adapt
Yeah.
and make these big decisions to stay competitive.
It's all about staying ahead of the curve, right?
Exactly.
That's how you succeed.
Speaking of staying ahead of the curve,
All right, what do we have now?
let's talk about a new player in the blockchain world, the Cipher Protocol.
Cipher Protocol. Okay, I'm listening.
So they are tackling some really major challenges.
Like what?
We're talking privacy, AI integration, and scalability.
Wow, that's ambitious.
It is.
Okay, so they're not just trying to tweak things here and there. They're going for like a total overhaul of the system.
Yeah, it sounds like they want to create a much more robust and like versatile blockchain ecosystem.
That's fascinating. I'd love to know more about how they're approaching privacy, especially
Yeah, it's a big one.
with all the data concerns these days.
Absolutely.
People are really starting to pay attention to that.
So they're developing these new techniques to allow secure data sharing and computation,
Okay.
but without compromising sensitive information.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
If they can pull that off, it could have massive implications for industries like healthcare and finance.
For sure. And speaking of building big things,
Sorry.
let's shift gears to something a little more tangible. Infrastructure.
Okay, what's going on in the world of infrastructure?
Well, Stack Infrastructure is building a huge 220 megawatt campus in Malaysia.
Wow, 220 megawatts. That's massive. What's it for?
It's a data center.
So they're really going all in on this.
Yeah, they're betting big on the growing demand for data centers, especially in Southeast Asia.
Makes sense. That region is experiencing explosive growth.
It is.
Makes sense to position yourself there if you're in the data business.
So they're not just building a bigger data center,
Right.
they're also strategically placing it in a region that's becoming a hub for technology and innovation.
It's all about location, location, location.
Exactly.
Even in the digital age.
It's fascinating to think about how infrastructure is so crucial to supporting everything we do online.
We take it for granted.
We really do.
But all this stuff we've been talking about, AI, blockchain, data analysis,
Yeah.
none of it will be possible without the physical infrastructure to back it up.
Exactly.
It's the foundation of the digital world.
Yeah. And now, speaking of AI,
Okay, back to AI.
it's constantly pushing boundaries, especially when it comes to healthcare.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a UK company called Cera,
Cera, okay.
and they're using AI to transform home healthcare.
So what are they doing exactly?
Well, they just secured a $150 million funding round.
Wow, they must be onto something big.
So it seems like they're really gaining traction.
How's their approach?
They're using AI to personalize care and make it more accessible,
Interesting.
especially for people who might have trouble accessing traditional healthcare settings.
That's a really important point. Not everyone can easily get to a doctor's office or a hospital.
Exactly.
This could be a game changer for them.
So it's really about using technology to improve people's lives
Yeah,
and to make healthcare more accessible.
I like that.
And Sarah's success is just one example of how much investment is pouring into AI right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Remember we talked about all that funding going into AI startups in India?
Exactly.
It's clear that AI is not just a buzzword anymore. It's the real deal.
It's really becoming an integral part of our lives.
And I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that seems like a good point to take a little break.
Okay.
We've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've seen how innovation can pop up in unexpected places.
Yeah, from surfing to data centers.
From this awesome surfing photo
Yeah.
to like cutting edge data solutions.
Definitely a lot to unpack.
And then, of course, the potential of AI in healthcare.
It's really exciting to see how all these different areas are evolving.
And we're just getting started.
Can't wait to see what else we uncover.
Me too.
So picking up where we left off.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing when you think about the potential of AI.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's already impacting so many industries.
Absolutely.
Healthcare, finance, transportation.
It's everywhere.
And it's not just about, like, coming up with these fancy new algorithms.
Right.
It's about actually integrating AI into existing systems and workflows.
Yeah, making it practical,
Yeah.
making it actually work in the real world.
Exactly.
Like imagine AI helping doctors make more accurate diagnoses.
Or helping financial institutions catch fraud.
It's like having this incredibly powerful assistant
Yeah.
working alongside us,
Yeah.
helping us make better decisions, solve complex problems.
It's really exciting.
It is.
And we were talking about Sarah before the break
Uh-huh.
and how they're using AI in home healthcare.
Right. That was fascinating.
But like, think even bigger.
Okay.
What if AI could help us predict and prevent health issues before they even happen?
Now you're talking. That's the holy grail, right?
It is.
Like imagine AI analyzing your genes, your lifestyle, environmental factors to create this personalized health plan
Yeah.
to keep you healthy and avoid potential problems.
It'd be like having a virtual health coach.
Constantly monitoring your well-being,
Yeah.
giving you proactive advice.
And it's not just about individuals, right?
Right.
AI could totally revolutionize public health, too.
As-
Like, imagine AI analyzing trends and patterns to help prevent outbreaks.
Oh, that would be huge.
Like, the possibilities are endless.
They really are.
But of course, we got to be responsible.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Any powerful technology comes with risks.
Absolutely.
You have to be mindful of the ethical implications.
We can't just let AI run wild
Exactly. We need to make sure it's being used for good.
for the benefit of everyone,
Right.
not just a select few.
So it's all about finding that balance
Yeah,
between innovation and social responsibility.
you got it.
So let's switch gears back to business for a minute.
All right, back to business.
We were talking about Yipxing earlier
Yeah, the Australian data company.
and how they're helping businesses make better use of their data.
Data-driven decision-making.
It's becoming so crucial.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
businesses are sitting on mountains of data,
Yeah,
but without the right tools, it's just noise.
exactly.
Yipxing's providing those tools.
Helping them extract insights.
Make more informed decisions.
Turn data into a strategic asset.
And it's not just for big corporations either.
Right.
Small businesses can benefit too.
Maybe even more so.
Yeah, maybe even more so because they often have fewer resources.
Well, right.
So they have to be really strategic.
Data can help them level the playing field.
Exactly.
Compete with the big guys.
It's about empowering everyone to succeed in this digital age.
And speaking of succeeding in the digital age,
Okay, what have we got?
remember Bounteous.
Bounteous. Yeah, the company that went from Bounteous to Bounteous as ex-Acolyte and back again.
It's a crazy story,
It is.
but it also shows how important it is to be adaptable.
You got to be able to roll with the punches.
Especially in the digital world where things change so fast.
Exactly. You got to be willing to evolve, to experiment.
To try new things.
Yeah, and Bounteous definitely isn't afraid to shake things up.
It makes you wonder what their next move will be.
Right. Who knows what they'll come up with next?
But it's a good reminder that we can't just sit still.
You snooze, you lose.
We have to constantly adapt and innovate to stay ahead of the curve.
So true. It's about embracing change.
And seeing it as an opportunity.
Yeah, not something to be afraid of.
So let's talk more about blockchain.
All right, blockchain.
We were discussing the Cipher protocol before.
Right, tackling those big challenges.
Privacy, AI integration, scalability.
Trying to revolutionize the whole system.
And their focus on privacy is really interesting.
It is, especially with all the data breaches and privacy concerns these days.
People are more aware than ever.
They want control over their data.
And Cipher protocol is trying to give them that control.
So how are they doing that?
Well, they're developing techniques for secure data sharing and computation,
Okay.
but without compromising privacy.
So you can have your cake and eat it, too.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
It's going to have huge implications.
For all sorts of industries.
Healthcare, finance, even government.
It's a powerful vision.
It is.
And they're really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with blockchain.
It's exciting to see what they'll accomplish.
It is.
It's a reminder that we're living in a time of incredible technological advancement.
It's mind-blowing.
The possibilities are truly limitless.
And I think that's a good spot to pause again.
Okay, catch our breath.
We've explored a lot in this second part.
We have, from AI in healthcare to data-driven business and the potential of blockchain.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, but it's also incredibly inspiring.
I agree. There's so much innovation happening all around us.
It gives you hope for the future.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing how it all ties together.
I know, right? That's like we started with a surfing photo
Yeah.
and ended up talking about the future of healthcare and the potential of blockchain,
It just goes to show you that innovation can come from anywhere.
and that everything's connected.
When you think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, who would have thought that a surfing photo would lead us to a discussion about AI and data centers in Malaysia?
It's a wild world we live in,
It is.
but it's also incredibly exciting.
I think the common thread here is this idea of adaptation.
Yeah, being able to adapt to change is crucial.
These companies we've been talking about,
Like Cera, Yipxing, Bounteous.
they're all adapting and evolving to stay ahead of the curve.
And not just surviving, but actually thriving.
Right.
And then you have Cipher Protocol,
They're really pushing the boundaries.
trying to create a whole new paradigm.
It's inspiring to see that kind of ambition.
It is.
It makes you wonder what the future holds.
What will the world look like in 5-10 years?
What new innovations will we see?
It's hard to even imagine.
But one thing's for sure, technology will continue to play a massive role.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's up to us to make sure it's used for good,
We have a responsibility
to think about the ethical implications,
to make sure these advancements benefit everyone.
and not just a select few,
It's about finding that balance.
between progress and responsibility.
Right.
So as we wrap up, I
Yes.
want to leave you with a question.
Okay.
What are you most excited about?
After all this money.
After everything we've discussed today,
Yeah.
what really stood out to you?
And maybe even more importantly, what concerns you?
What are you hopeful for?
And what are you worried about?
It's important to think about these things
To have these conversations.
as we move forward into this rapidly changing world.
We can't just bury our heads in the sand
We need to be engaged and informed.
to shape the future we want to see.
So keep exploring, keep asking questions.
And keep pushing the boundaries.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.
Stay curious.